G'day, Mel James here. Welcome to Market in a Minute. Today, 11th of June 2019, and we're talking about off markets. What is an off market? An off market is a property that is not sold on domain. It's not sold on realestate.com.au. It's not really advertised anywhere. How do you hear about these off markets? You hear about these off markets through hard work, through letterbox droppings, what we do, through knocking on doors, through making phone calls, through old databases, going back, seeing if a property didn't sell a couple of years ago, is it back for sale now? That's what an off market is. That's how you actually find it. Buyers and sellers. We act for both buyers and sellers in different circumstances, in different cases, on off markets. For a buyer, what's the key we're looking for? Well, basically, we're making sure that the four ducks line up. And what are those four ducks? The four ducks are that you've got access. If you're a buyer, have you got access to this property? Secondly, is there an authority? In other words, if you're dealing with an agent, do they have the authority to sell the property? Thirdly, contracts. Is there paperwork? Or are we just going to talk and talk and talk about this for the next 6 months, but there's not actually anything you can do? And finally, asking price. And when I say asking price, I don't mean a rubbish price, meaning 10 million and we all think it's worth 5 million. Is there a realistic asking price? If you don't have those four ducks, is the property really for sale for you as a buyer? From a seller's point of view, what are we looking for when we're organising off markets to be sold? We're looking for what we call feeders. Meaning, once the agent has exhausted his or her database within the first week or 2 weeks of buyers coming in to look at your property, how are you going to get more buyers to your property? You need to have feeder systems. We just completed the sale of an off-market in Hawthorne East. It's been on the off-market. Does that make sense? It's been on the off-market for about 6 months. We had 4 agents involved in that property. They were constantly bringing people through. We received a couple of offers recently, and no offers early in the year, but a couple of offers recently, raised the price and the property was sold. And that was because we had a very efficient feeder system for buyers to come through. What is the thing, both buyers and sellers that are relevant, just in conclusion here for off markets? You really need to have clarity of opinion. It's not a matter, it's not good enough to be, shh, it's a secret, we can't tell anybody. You need to be clear on what it is you're doing, and you need to go through normal due diligence, whether you're buying or selling. In other words, is this your best offer if you're selling? And buying, well, are there various issues, building and pest inspections, contracts, etc., and the asking price? Is the asking price okay? So, off market's a really good way to sell. A lot of properties are being sold in this market, off market. And if you're a buyer and seller, here are a couple of the rules.